How many of you resolved to exercise more and eat less once the new year rolled around? And now that it's February, you've lost a little motivation because you aren't seeing results. Well, it's quite possible that you might be doing the right things, lifestyle changes, but those stubborn points just are sticking around. So Dr. Ann Therese Stubbs from Dr. Ann Therese Aesthetic Medicine is here with information that might be your answer to looking good in time for spring break. Dr. Ann, nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
There are those little pockets, no matter how hard we work.
Exactly.
If we really do follow those resolutions, how can we help some of those folks quickly?
Well, that's an interesting question because my office is filled with people right now who have made a New Year's resolution and they're falling just a little bit short of it. So we've been revisiting some of these options, and there's three different things out there right now that are kind of quick solutions. One is called Smartlipo, which we've talked about before. It's laser liposuction, much gentler on the body than typical liposuction, much less downtime, shorter recovery time, so people could still be in that bathing suit or those shorts in time for spring break and definitely for summer.
When you look at the before and after pictures, it is amazing, Dr. Ann. And the question, though, that comes to me is, okay, what if I revert back? I mean, will the fat come back in those areas that you liposuction?
That's a wonderful question, and it's a very typical question. People say, oh, I heard it travels somewhere else. Right. It doesn't travel at all. As adults, we don't make new fat cells, so we have a certain amount of fat cells as an adult, and we expand and contract those fat cells that we have. So once that we put that laser right under the skin and we melt those fat cells and we remove them, the picture that you just saw, that young lady will likely, even if she gained 50 pounds, won't gain it back in that tummy area because those fat cells are gone. We certainly do leave a little layer of them there so that the skin looks smooth and even. But if that's your trouble spot, yeah. I say to my patients, if you go on the Krispy Kreme diet, yes, you will indeed gain weight, but it probably won't come back in that trouble area because we've removed those cells.
That is amazing, actually. Mm-hmm. And you say it's sometimes even two pant sizes you can lose by doing that?
That's very typical of people who do the tummy and the love handles, that kind of what people call that little donut around the middle. When we do those two areas together, which might take about 2 hours in the office under a local anesthetic, patients will find that in about the next week they're down one pant size, and by 2 to 3 weeks afterwards with the tightening, down 2 pant sizes lots of times. Yeah.
Okay, cellulite. It is the bane of our existence. It is. And it's a woman thing.
It is. Men don't get cellulite. The pathology of cellulite, or the physiology, I should say, is there's a layer of skin, there's a layer of fat, and we have these little septae, these little bands that pull down and cause the dimpling. And I think we're seeing kind of some of that right here. Mm-hmm. The laser goes right under the skin, and it breaks up those little bands that pull down and create the dimpling that we don't like. Now, men get kind of their septae grow at an angle. They don't grow up and down. So we're seeing here a procedure right after we did the laser procedure a few weeks after.
Look at those results right away.
The dimpling is gone, and we've just broken up what's right under the skin there, causing that to pull down and dimple, and it smooths the skin out. And that is a permanent result. We found that people, when those septae grow back in women, they grow at an angle, just like men's. So you don't.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So isn't that not fair?
Yeah. No. Which is just start out like that from the beginning.
Exactly. So it's just a physiological difference between men and women. So men don't struggle with the cellulite the way we do.
But you see it instantly.
We do see it instantly. In fact, the patients are awake during the procedure, and we can almost see the skin kind of smooth out as we're doing it, which is very exciting for them because they know they'll have a little bit of swelling thereafter, but they know they're going to get the result that they want.
Wow. Yeah. And the last one is something called Coolsculpting, which I think is the newest procedure.
It is. Recently, in the last 2 years, it's been FDA approved. It's been in Europe for a while. This is a kind of a little diagram that shows how it works. If there's little pockets of fat, like say the love handles, the suction cup in the machine kind of pulls that up into the machine, and it freezes those fat cells. So in that diagram, you can see the ones that are frozen are blue. And then when the suction cup is taken off the skin, patients go out of the office and they just drink a lot of fluids and kind of do their normal activities the next few weeks, and they can lose that area of fat in the next month to 3 months. So it's a gradual dissipation of that fat. All those frozen cells the body just naturally clears them.
Wow.
So patients are going down inches in the next month or 2.
Is there bruising from this because of the Coolsculpting that you do?
Because of the suction?
Yes.
Some people can bruise just a little bit of just black and blue around the area. Most folks don't, but some people are, fair people with light eyes. You would probably be a bruiser. But people who have fair skin with light eyes tend to bruise a little bit more. And the bruising usually clears within a week. So
wonderful. Well, now's the time to call for that spring break.
It's time to get in shape for summer and for spring. So that's what we've been doing this month in the office.
Great ideas, Dr. Ann. Thanks. Nice to see you.
Good to see you, too.